Hi, I'm Padmini Gupta, the CEO and co-founder of Xare and Xare. And my career actually started in banking in California. I spent over a decade in banking, winning several awards. Then I joined Oxford's MBA program and then was invited to join the World Economic Forum as a Global Leadership Fellow.
Hi, I'm Milind, the Chief Product Officer and co-founder of Xare and Xare. I started my career in consulting. I've been in digital all my life. I've worked across 4 different countries, launched some of the first mobile internet services in the world, launched some of the first telco operations across Africa and in Southeast Asia. And I'm super happy to be building a new stack of financial services for migrants right now.
Xare was actually started because we saw a need in the financial services space for migrants. We felt that migrants weren't catered to as much as they needed. And so we built Xare to actually serve the 250 million migrants globally and the 1 billion people that depend on them. What we started with was a bank account, then we added on insurance services, and then we added on buy now, pay later services that were largely for migrants.
Migrants represent, as Padmini was saying, a specific use case for a generic problem. And the generic problem is the following, right? All financial products are basically designed for people who have an income, right? So you can get a loan if you have an income, you can start making investments if you have an income, you can get insurance to protect your financial needs, if something happens to you, but all of them are designed around people who have an income. But the reality is that only 1/3 of the world actually has an income. 2/3 of the world spend somebody else's income, right? They're dependent on somebody else for their day-to-day expenditure. And there is no mechanism for these 1/3 to be able to share their financial access with people that they care about. And that's, if you think about it, for migrants, that's doubly difficult, but it's even difficult if you're living in the same household. And that's how Xare was born. Xare was born with the view that income earners, no matter where they are in the world, need a better platform to be able to share their financial access with the people they care about, with their tribe. Right now, we are positioning Xare as a product which takes away the need for remittances. You can simply share your access with your family members back home wherever they are. But we're also seeing an increased amount of take-up in markets like Bangladesh and India and Philippines, where people are using it not for cross-border sharing, but in the country sharing. They're sharing their access with their family members, whether it be bank accounts, whether it be payment instruments, whether it be credit limits, and we're just getting started on that journey.
We launched Xare in January, and since then we've had tremendous growth. So we're in over 70 countries. We've actually had over 500,000 downloads so far, and we're actually top 5 in several countries that are, have substantial economies. So we're actually very, very proud of what we've accomplished so far, and we're actually just getting started. It's just been a couple of months, right?
And beyond just growth in customers and the excitement around that, we are also seeing excitement among investors. We just closed a fairly large round of funding, joined by our current investors as well as one of the largest financial institutions in the world. And we are building the team. So it's been a great months of momentum, and we are really looking forward to 2021 being a knockout year.
Essentially, what Xare is doing is providing a global service to everyone, right? We all live globally now, and we've got friends and family across the world, and our tribes have become more global. And so we're essentially powering our tribes globally. And what it's also doing is making that system of accessing financial services more fair, because that is what we need right now. And it's making it more accessible, because financial services shouldn't just be accessible to the 1/3 that earns the income. They should be accessible to everyone.
So when you think about Xare, right, I think it's useful to think of this in an analogy with something else, right? The analogy we give is, think of life without a Wi-Fi router, right? Imagine that every time you wanted to give a SIM to your son for the laptop, or you wanted to connect guests who are visiting your house, you had to go to a telecom operator, say Etisalat, and ask them for a SIM and give them the product, right? This is how finance behaves today. Every time you want to be able to give a product to somebody you care about, you go to a bank or a fintech and ask them for a product for your child, for your daughter, for your parents, for your wife. What we are doing with Xare is building a platform which allows effectively people to share their access with just as much ease as a Wi-Fi router allows you to share connections with devices in your household. And because what we're building is mainly tech rather than the financial component of it, we don't care who are you getting financial access for. It is inherently a global product, right? It is something that everyone anywhere in the world can use. I think what COVID has shown, right, is the need for communities to help each other. A lot of central institutions, be it banks, be it governments, be it healthcare, has really crumbled under the pressure of this onslaught. And it has shown how resilient communities are when they come to help each other and support each other. And when we think about Xare and we think about what we are building, that it really is a community product, right? It is a product which allows communities to power each other and power their tribes and help them grow. So we are very optimistic about the word that is going to emerge out of this chaos. A word which will be more driven by communities rather than centralized institutions. And we hope Xare plays a pivotal role in helping shape the word of the future, a fairer financial word, a word which is more compassionate, and a word where more people are able to help each other out.